So today I'm going to tell you what basically is inside a CPU and how does a CPU work. So as you can see on your screen, a CPU basically consists of these four components. There are these registers, a program counter, an ALU, which is the arithmetic logic unit, and this instruction decoder. So basically this unit is the unit that performs the calculations like subtraction, addition, multiplication, or division. And these are the registers in which the data is stored, which is then pushed into this ALU, and this is the program counter, which tells us about the program that is being executed, and this is the instruction decoder that tells us what is being performed. So let's move on to the next slide. So this is basically a small interpretation of how a computer works. So here, as you can see, these are the commands that are on your screen that we have to perform stepwise. Okay, so these are the input output peripheral devices. This is the address bus, this is the data bus. Okay, in this bus that we will take address. It means that in this bus address will travel, and in this bus data will travel, and these are the registers in which the data will be stored. And this is totally, this whole blue box is basically a CPU, and this is a memory unit. Okay, now for the first line, where we can see where we have 17. So from 17, what we have to do is basically take what is found on this input output, this peripheral device 17, and then get it to store in this register A. So here you can see, I think so it's 9 stored in it, which will be passed through this data bus into this CPU, and then the address 17 has been passed to address bus, so it will take data from this input output 17 peripheral device, and then it will be stored in register A. And instruction decoder tells us what is being performed, and program counter is telling us that which program is being executed. So the first line is being executed, it is telling us that the first line is being executed. So going on to the next. Now here we have 9 stored in the first register A. Now in the second line we have to pass this information which is found at A to B. So this will be passed from register A to register B. Here you can see it has been passed from A to B, and then in the third step, here we have to pass the information that is on the 6th cell of this memory unit to register A. So again the address bus will tell the address of this 6th what do we say, of this particular memory box. So the address of this memory box is basically 7. So the data from this, what is stored over here on the 6th, 1 2 3 E, basically the data on this way is E. So E will be passed on to the register A. Here is written. So from the 6th address on the memory, we have to pass it to register A. So it has been passed to register A. Now we have at A register we have E, at B register we have 9. Program counter tells us the line being executed. So moving on to the next step. Now we are telling how an instruction decoder works. So here you can see so in this instruction decoder we first have the op code, which is the operation code, and it is in binary, and after that operation code we have the operand that we are using. Here you can see for the meaning of 000 is A and X. Now moving on to the next step, where So these are the two architectures basically used, von Neumann and Harvard architecture. So the basic difference in both of them is that in the Harvard architecture, the code memory and data memory cannot basically pass information to one another. So they have the CPU. The information needs to be passed through the CPU and then on to the other cell. While in the von Neumann architecture, they can easily interpret with each other too, and also the CPU. Now we will move on to the AVR CPU. In an AVR CPU, there is basically this CPU, and the other components are totally separate, not found inside the CPU. They can be replaced and also modified based on the requirement. So now here is an AVR CPU. It is basically the same as before, only we have seen that there is this sreg which tells us about the output, like what type of output are we getting. So it is an indicator, basically it tells us about the output. Instruction decoder will tell us the instruction, and these are the registers which are from 0 to 31. So this is a basically a programming language that we use. It is the assembly language, and here it is written at load immediate. Here we are going to assign some values to the registers using the assembly language. Now you can see here, for example, if we are going to give value 53 to register 16, then we have to write LDI R16 comma 53, then it will assign the value 53 to register 16. And same is here, like a hex value is being stored to register 23. We can also store a binary value too. This is a very simple program in which we are going to add two numbers. So first we have to pass the two numbers to the two registers. Here we are passing 19 to register 16, 95 to register 20, and then we are going to add both of them. And then after adding, the result is stored in the first register R16. So if we are going to add three numbers also, then we have to always use only two operands, because ALU only accepts two operands and not three. So we have to do it step by step. We have to add them step by step and then add the values inside the required register. So this was all from today's video.